Assassin's Creed is one of Ubisoft's most popular franchises, with the first Assassin's Creed game being released in 2007, and Assassin's Creed Shadows has been set to be the next game in that legacy for a while now. Assassin's Creed Shadows was initially planned to be released in November 2024. Unfortunately, the game was first delayed from November 2024 to February 2025, then hit with another delay that now pushes the release to March, despite fans eagerly awaiting the next installment of one of their potentially favorite franchises. The recent delay may not be bad in the long run. The delay could help the developers refine gameplay and address potential issues, and pushing the game further out means it won't have as much competition from other big-name games. All the same, Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't in the clear yet, and there might be some new obstacles in its path. After the first Assassin's Creed Shadows delay, the latest AC game was set to release on February 14, 2025. However, had the game been released in February, competition would have been intense. February has a lot of major games set for release: Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on February 4th, Civilization 7 on February 11th, Avowed on February 18th, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii on February 20th, and Monster Hunter Wilds on February 28th, and those are just the high-profile titles. Releasing Assassin's Creed Shadows in February would have placed it in direct competition with these other highly anticipated titles, drawing away potential players and dividing the gaming community's attention, with Civilization 7 competing for strategy gameplay and Avowed and Kingdom Come Deliverance to competing for RPG experiences. Assassin's Creed Shadows would have struggled to stand out and may have impacted sales performance. Even a high-profile franchise like Assassin's Creed risks being overshadowed when competing with so many major releases in a short window. With a new release on March 20th, Ubisoft has positioned Assassin's Creed Shadows to have a better chance to shine without sharing the spotlight with other major releases. This will help the game get the attention it deserves and allow players to fully dive into the Assassin's Creed experience. While releasing Assassin's Creed Shadows in March is a better decision than releasing it in February, there's still the Nintendo Switch 2 to consider. Nintendo has kept its lips sealed about when fans can expect the Switch 2 to hit stores, but if they decide to follow old patterns, the Switch 2 could be released as soon as March. With the original Nintendo Switch, a press event was hosted in January to announce its release, which happened in March of the same year. If Nintendo follows a similar timeline for the Switch 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows could face another wave of competition for attention. Players could be more focused on the new console's launch, potentially drawing away some of the spotlight from Ubisoft's release. Competition between the two would make it harder for Assassin's Creed Shadows to capture the same level of excitement and focus, even though the delay to March offers some relief from February's hectic release schedule. The launch of the Switch 2 might still overshadow the game's release. With the hype around the Switch 2, the console could dominate headlines and conversations, leaving Assassin's Creed Shadows to pick up the scraps of attention left behind. Even if the console comes in later months, its reveal event alone could claim the lion's share of hype. However, Ubisoft likely has some idea of when the Nintendo Switch 2 is due for release. In other words, its release of Assassin's Creed Shadows in March might signal that Nintendo won't release its latest console in the earlier months, or that Ubisoft isn't concerned about competition from Switch 2 affecting the game. Another consideration for Assassin's Creed Shadows performance is Ghost of Yotei. Much like Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Yotei is an action-adventure game set in historical Japan that promises a strong narrative and engaging world. The two games share similarities and cater to a similar fanbase, with gameplay centered around exploration, stealth, and combat. Players might be torn between the two worlds, affecting the attention Assassin's Creed Shadows receives. Ghost of Yotei doesn't have a confirmed release date yet, and it's unlikely that it will be released in March. Even so, Ubisoft should still want to release Assassin's Creed Shadows before Ghost of Yotei gets a release date. That way, Assassin's Creed Shadows can establish its presence without competing directly with Ghost of Yotei for attention. Assassin's Creed Shadows delay from February to March is a good strategy, especially so Assassin's Creed can get all the attention it deserves, away from all the other major releases. Still, if the Nintendo Switch 2 or, by surprise, Ghost of Yotei is released in March, Assassin's Creed Shadows could nonetheless face stiff competition. The delay offers some relief, but March brings its own challenges. That could impact the game's initial reception and sales.